Hey, welcome to our call tonight. Hey, I'm here to show you real opportunity. I'm Bob Reid, and I'm a chemical engineer. Got a master's in business. I I joined network marketing as a top level corporate executive in 1991. Uh, I needed tax breaks. I saw home-based business as a great 1099 tax break. Also saw you could build a business on the side while you working a full-time job. And so, as long as I would learn the skills, attitudes, and techniques, be with the right company at the right place at the right time, I could make the kind of money I researched network marketing before I jumped into it because I'd never been recruited. And here I was being recruited by one of my marketing directors of a division that he no longer worked for me. So I guess I wasn't on his chicken list. And, uh, and so I saw all these people with uh, Herbalife and Amway and Shackley, Mary Kay, and on and on and on. Companies, these people making an inordinate amount of income and they were at home. I was making over a six-figure income in 1991, much more than a six-figure income. And I wanted a way out. I wanted time, freedom, wealth. I wanted to be at home with my children. I wanted to be with my wife. And I saw this industry provided that avenue. And so I went to work. I did it part time. I resigned my double six figure income job with benefits in 1994 after 3 years. I was only making $60,000 a year in network marketing. But I figured if I could do that part time, if I go full time, I could get. And yeah, in a couple of months, I got over a six figure income. But I kind of stagnated there. I couldn't get ahead. I couldn't figure out what was wrong. But I was with a $1 billion company. It had started in 84. And so I looked back and I said, all these people, that cop making 38,000 a month, that broke preacher making 100 grand a month, that carpenter making 250 grand a month, that business executive up in New York making 350 grand a month, they all got with their companies when they were ground floor, less than 3 years old. So I looked for a company that was like that. And I started to get into quite a few, but I'm glad I didn't because, like Excel, for an example, because it pulled a rug out from under people. But I found a gold and silver company, and I did that in 1996. It was 18 months old. I'd already vetted it. It had already undergone some regulatory scrutiny, which was good. The Attorney General of Texas tried to shut it down, but it passed with flying colors. And it was gold and silver, and I was in gold and silver, and everybody needs gold and silver. So, gee whiz, I joined that. I doubled the size of the company. I built the largest organization because of my team and my system. People helping people. Together, we achieve more. Together, we achieve more. That's what teamwork stands for. And so that company was transitioning to a .com company, so we'd have a residual. And then the .com bust happened in 2001 and pulled the rug out from money. But I'd made, almost $7 million in the company and lost almost $1 million in a .com bust. But I had a lot of gold and a lot of. I didn't have to go back to work. We had enough to live off at a young age of 54. I had enough to live off for the rest of life. We didn't squander it. Well, I consulted in the next network marketing industry and binary comp plans for the next 10 years. I did real estate and real estate development also for a total of 15 years. And then a good friend of mine called me up and said, Bob, we're going to do it all over again. Five on the left, five on the right, above average income check. This time we're going to have a residual. We're going to have a numismatic product they buy every month. And I said, who's behind you? He said, Roger Ball. That's all I needed to know. I knew the company had the financial backing. I knew Richard Wayne Hanson real well, networker, good friend. Always had a dream of recreating what we did back in the 90s, in the mid 90s. And so, heck, I joined, jumped in, did my business family pack. Sometimes it's called a tri-pack in the binary industry. Started off, got my people in. We built the largest organization in that company. And I I made the most money in that company. And it wasn't because of me doing it all, it's because of our team. And so my team and I achieved that together. Remember, teamwork. Together, everyone achieves more. And so it's the system that I teach, and we duplicate. We keep it simple and we duplicate it. Well, they pulled a rug out from under us here, almost 10 years, and now I've got people that need income. At 7 people, they have mortgages to pay, they have car bills to pay, they got groceries to buy, they got insurance to buy. That was their only source of income. Me, I'm going to miss that extra $35,000 a month, of course, but I didn't need it to live on. I was doing it to give a legacy income to my children's children, to leave them something that would go on past my time here. So I started looking. I already vetted one company. Uh, Todd Collins and I have been interacting with this travel company for more than a year. We knew the owners, we knew the people, the participants, we knew the platform, we knew it was the best in the industry. And so that one was on the table. But I wanted to look for a product consumption company because a product consumption company is where everyone always makes the big money. And it builds a residual that's going to go on from decade after decade and decade. I mean, just look at the names of the companies I already said. Look at the top 35 names in network marketing. They're all consumption companies. Okay. They have a product that they sell. People buy it every month, no matter what. Even during COVID, they bought it. Okay. And so uh, I went out and started looking for, based on my business experience and knowledge in developing markets and evaluating markets and my 30 plus years in network marketing. I I wanted to look at companies less than 3 years old, and I wanted a product consumption company. I already had a travel, already had a service company in my hand. So I found this company that was less than 4 months old, had one product, but they did $1 million in sales in one day. They almost did $10 million in sales in less than 4 months when I was looking at them. Now they've done over 10 million now, but I said, whoa, what is this? A functional coffee company called Agara. You ever heard of it? I didn't, but I took a look at that. So the first company I'm going to show you is the simple one, easy one. I think everybody needs to be a member of it, even if you're not going to build it. Because why not get a free vacation to elite places around the world? Why not get free travel? Why not be able to travel when you do travel, or you do have to go places and rent a hotel or rent a car or take a 2 or 3 day just getaway, chill out vacation? Why not get it at the best prices in the industry, like the elite wealthy people do? Well, I'm going to show you that company first. They got a little 3 minute, 3.5 minute video. I'm not going to play it, but I encourage you to go to the website and look at it. Go to the person that invited you here and take a look at that little video, or they'll share it with you. The name of the company is called Elite Lifestyles, elitelifestyle.com. So you can go to a website like I did, okay, and it'll tell you. You can journey beyond limits. You can get prices that only the rich and famous get, but you didn't know that they got these kind of prices. They don't pay the prices that the average person, because they're out there ordering on Travelocity, uh, Priceline.com, Kayak, and all those places about the same price if you ever noticed it. Well, there's a reason for that. But this company is like the Costco of travel, or the Sam's of travel. You get much lower rates than those companies. Same hotels, same places, same car rentals, and you get much greater opportunity. They got 1 million hotels around the world that you can get up to 65% off on premier hotels. You can take elite signature annual vacations, and you can pay for it on a on a monthly basis. So you prepay your annual vacation. That's part of this whole program. I renamed the company Elite Premier Vacations and Travel Discount Club. Okay, that's what it is. Unused resort weeks. I mean, you're talking about all inclusive, $299 you can get them for. Where can you get deals like that? Here at elitelifestyles.com. Exclusive cruise rates and pricing, and member pricing that only available to club members. So you got to join a club. That's what it is, an elite club. And so how do you join it? You get referred to it by someone. And then you can take trips all during the time or take getaways or anything else, but you know you're going to get the best pricing on your price and you can compare. I mean, we've used this platform Todd, for a year and a half. I've used it for a year. I know it works. Okay. I'm a big price shopping comparison person. Okay. So what are we talking about? Everybody takes vacations. Well, why not? Why not prepay for your vacation in an affordable way, especially young children? I mean, young folks, Gen Zers, Gen Ys, and Gen Xers. I mean, gee whiz, you wait and book your trip, an annual trip, and you're looking at a $5,000 bill. I mean, you say, I can't put that on my card. It's always whacked out. And then you have to you have to downgrade the type trip you got. Now you're paying 3,000 or 2,000. Well, why not pay 175 a month every month for 12 months, and then you get to take that $5,000 vacation, but you didn't pay that for it because you get the book or a $4,800. You get to pick from a multitude of choices. It's not just one trip. You have 34, 40 different choices, and depending on what you want is but it's already prepaid. So you prepaying your trip in an affordable way that everybody can afford in planning. So that's the real key. Okay. So with that, you can join, you'll be a customer, you pay 175 a month, and then you have access to all those travel discounts anytime during the year. That's what we call in Louisiana lanyap. That's a little bit extra. I will show you this video. I decide I am going to play the video. Let's just play the video anyway. Let's have a little bit of fun.
Places. Unfortunately, most people never get to see them because they're stuck repeating work, eat, sleep, bills, repeat. Weeks blur into months, months blur into years, and somewhere along the way, the dreams we once had become memories of maybe one day.
Well, that's probably why I don't like playing the video because that stuff happens to me and it paused on us, this internet overload. There we go.
When you're at the end of your life, you're not going to talk about the car you drove or the house you lived in. You're going to talk about the memories you made, the trips you took, places you saw, moments you shared with the people you love. You're going to wish you had more of those moments, more sunsets, more adventures, more time together. That's what Elite is all about. Not just saving money on travel. It's about giving you access to the experiences that become the stories you tell for the rest of your life. The world's wealthiest travelers aren't paying what you're paying. Actually, they're paying less because they have access to insider rates, private deals, and member-only pricing. The kind of travel perks most people never even know exist. That access is now yours. Elite is your all-access insider pass to world-class travel without world-class prices. You unlock exclusive member pricing on over 1 million hotels, resorts, and properties worldwide. Same five-star resorts, same luxury villas, same destinations. Just the pricing reserved for industry insiders and those in the know. You can book week-long stays at condo resorts across the globe for just fractions of the public price, not per night, for an entire week. But here's where Elite becomes something extraordinary. Every 12 months, you maintain membership. You qualify for an elite annual signature experience included with your membership. The Maldives, Iceland, Cappadocia, islands in the Pacific, the Northern Lights, the places most people save for years to visit once. You get access to every year you're a member. These aren't just trips. They're the memories your family will talk about forever, the kind of moments that remind you what life is really about. Trips that would normally cost thousands, included. So, what does all this cost? Only $175 per month. And here's the best part: you can enroll just 3 people and have your membership fee waived. 3 people. That's it. People are already planning trips. You're just showing them how to do it smarter and save money. And you have the ability to be rewarded. Every time someone says yes, pretty soon you're traveling at a discount, seeing the world one trip at a time. This is more than a membership. It's a community. This is your chance to collect the memories that matter, to explore the world with the people you love, to stop putting off someday and start living now. Because one day you're going to look back and you're not going to wish you worked more. You're going to wish you traveled more. This is freedom. This is access. This is memories. This is elite.
Now that is powerful little program. And that's what I love about it. It just a little video does it. So you have somebody send you the link to say, hey, look, I want to become part of this elite lifestyle premier vacations and travel discount club. And you just fill in your name, your date of birth. Now notice, here's what I like. We're already open in 41 different companies, and the company is only 17 days old as of this recording. So because travel is global, and so that's why it's growing so fast. And it'll tell you who referred you. Just so if the person's name that referred you isn't there, then call them up and just get the right link before you go on. And you just put in your email, you confirm you're over 18, and you join. When you join, you're going to get your own website. Okay, you'll log in because you'll create your path. You log in, you get it, and then you have access to the travel portal. So there's 2 ways to join. You can join as a customer, pay you $175. You're building up you're paying for your elite annual vacation you'll take after 12 months of paying that $175 and get to choose that trip that you would have to book and pay 48, 5,000 or more for, but you get it at that great discount and it's already prepaid. Isn't that great? That's super. That's the way to try. And during the course of the year, you get the use of the travel platform and you get the best prices in the industry for booking those short trips or getaways or hotels or car rentals or even taking cruises or whatever. Now, the you can join as an independent business owner, an IBO, and pay an extra $17. So you're paying $192 a month instead of $175, and then you can earn income, and you can help us do that. So what we're going to do is share with you the how you make money with this program in a share plan. And so it's a real simple just platform that all you have to do is look at the columns to 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 make that first level income become a builder. You have to enroll 3 people, just like you would be enrolling, paying $192 a month, the 175 plus the 17, and you get to participate in this comp plan. So if you enroll 3 people, you're going to put 2 in one side and 1 on the other. It doesn't matter which side they go on, the 2 or the 1. Okay, but 3 people. Okay. If you do that, they're active. You'll have a left team and a right team. It goes to infinity. On one side, somebody's placing people underneath you. We call that spillover. So that 2 and 1 counts here as 2 actives and 1 active. So all you need, if these people enroll people, then that would count for you too. Or if somebody above you places somebody down underneath you, that counts for you too. So when you have 3 people left and 3 people right that are active each month, that was active, that means they're paying their 192 or their 175 every month for prepaying their vacation. Well, you get a $250 check a month. Hey, you got all your money back and you got extra cash coming in to help have more spending money on your vacation or to pay some bills with. So, how do you make more? Well, these three people are going to be wanting to sponsor three people. When they sponsor people, they're going to go underneath you and count for you too. People above you still want to do it. They're going to be placing people. These three people are going to do the same. So it starts exponentiating, starts growing. So when you have six people on your left team paying their 175 or 192 every month for their vacation and or making some money extra, well, then you'll earn $500 every month. Notice you didn't have to sponsor anyone new. That was the same people, but they were getting their people and we're helping them get their people. Okay. If you want to make $1,000 extra a month, what do you got to do? Well, you don't have to sponsor anybody. You have to help these people. But of course, it'd be good if you did sponsor someone else and you'd place them where? You'd probably place them on whichever side you needed to get paid on, whichever side you needed more actives on. Okay. But if you have 15 actives left, 15 actives right, that's people. Okay. You didn't get them all. You only got the three. Okay. But these people are getting people, and those people are getting people, and they count for you too. Well, that's $1,000, but you have to get two customers. What's a customer? That's a person that's not doing the $17 IBO. They're just doing prepaying for their vacation, building, taking advantage of the travel advantages. You know, my youngest son's doing that. I have another business associate. That's what he's doing. I didn't even show them how to make money in it yet. They'll learn that on their own if they want to, but they're my customers. Okay, so you just go down through the comp plan. It's the simplest, biggest paying binary comp plan I've ever seen in this industry in all the years that I've even designed and helped improve binary comp plan. You can get to where you just enroll five people on the left, five people on the right that's active, five customers, and you can make $1 million a month at this. I mean, young people getting in this. We got a guy over in the UK. He got in. He's 29. I think he's got 320 people in his group because they love to travel. And this makes it affordable. They take a trip every year. That's how we do this. And so get back with the person that sends you here. If this is the thing that, hey, this is the one I want to do. I want to make money on. I not only want to take my vacation, I also want to make money. I want to tell people about it. I want to learn how. I want to put my time and effort here. That's good. That's fine. But the one for real long-term income is the one I'm focusing on. Oh, I'm doing that. I'm getting my free vacation. I'm doing that, but I'm not building that because you can only build one network marketing company. You can confuse everyone. I'll treat that as my product company. Okay. I'm in six other network marketing companies, but I never tell anybody about it. I'm buying products from them. That's it. And I've never told anybody about them or told them to buy the products. I didn't want to confuse people. But here in the beginning, since we got two great ground floor opportunities, I'm encouraging people to be a member of both of them, but pick the one you want to work. Don't try to work two of them at one time. That will never work. Okay. So here's the product opportunity. I'm going to go and share with you the company Agora and what I found in this company and why I thought, and in fact, why I know it is the single best product oriented company to become $1 billion company that exists in network marketing today. Agora. It's functional coffee. It started with one product, functional coffee. Well, what's functional coffee? Everybody's heard of in Starbucks and elite coffee shops and things around about mushroom coffee. Well, that's a form of functional coffee. But this coffee is way miles above it, and they use premium ingredients and some of the herbal products that are used in it and the medicinal ingredients that are used in it have fabulous effects on people. Help them support in their focus and balance and wellness and increase their metabolism and control their appetite and uh, give them uh, key vitamins and minerals and nutrients that sparks energy in them and a wellness feeling like you've never had before. And I can say for the first time, I have a product testimony because this product does do it. I've looked at the ingredient, but now they have a second product that they just introduced in the last week. It's matcha agar. Well, everybody's heard of matcha tea, okay? But this is grades and steps above anything in the marketplace in terms of purity of product and the ingredients that are added in it with with great benefits and cognitive focus and mental clarity and calming and mood enhancing. That this is just a fabulous product. We love it. We drink it in the afternoon. We drink our matcha agora in the afternoon. We drink our agora cafe in the morning. 1 cup. That's all you need. But the market opportunity is what got me, because the coffee market is more than $100 billion, but the functional coffee and the functional drinks market, that's a 300 and something $1 billion market and growing. That's a big growth there. So here we got a ground floor company with a growing huge market that's growing every year exponentially, and the big growth is in the younger generations, the Gen Z, Gen X, and Gen Y. I mean, just look at Starbucks and you'll see what I'm talking about. Price of our product is less than $2, about $2 a day, but look what you pay at Starbucks. And you don't even get the premium products that you get, or the mood enhancing product, or the effects that you get with these products. That tells the whole story. Well, I wanted to know, well, who's behind this. I like what I see in sales, product, market capability, the future, but who's behind it? So I went to see who is the Agora Life owner. Well, I found that the Agora Life owner was a young lady by the name of Grace Bravo or Grace Lynn Bravo, however you want, but that's her name. She is the company, the owner, the founder, and her CEO is Hayden Daughters. And I didn't know either one of these people, so I had to go behind the scenes again. I had to go digging more. And what I did is I found that Grace Bravo made her millions in network marketing, and she has a penchant for coffee, and she's been in the coffee industry for more than a decade, and and she really fell in love with the functional coffee and wanted to make them better, wanted to bring products much better into the marketplace than what existed. And she has successfully done that. Got with one of the top global formulators and functional coffees and functional drinks in the world. And they hooked up together. Hayden Daughters has a long experience in network marketing, came from the field, but he has a great CEO managerial experience. He's been in network marketing. He's helped develop international markets, opening up international markets with product consumption companies. That's a difficult task. That takes experience and expertise, and he's done it. And he's the CEO here, bringing the company. For a company that's only 4 months old, I was blown out of the shot, out of my way with the way they have their website set up, their organization, their order shipping, their their coordination with the manufacturing, and their different offices that they maintain. And the founder is in Hawaii and has, a little small distribution storage facility there, but it has offices to give presentations and meetings. And he just had a big luau this past weekend, which is unbelievable. Pictures will be going out on that soon. But they have everything. They got the right product, the right market, the right company, the right management, the right financing. And so they just need the right people. So I want to step further. I said, okay, if they're having these kind of sales, who's making the money? So I looked in there and I saw some of the people, but one of the biggest teams was a Robert Faison team. Well, Robert and I, he's a real legend there. So if the people call me a legend in the industry, a master, he's the real legend. He's made more than double what I've made. He was with his company for 25 years, and they pulled the rug out from him, took his residual check away from him. But he made $1 million plus a year for 14 years in a row. And so he didn't need to go back into network marketing. So I gave him a call. I said, Robert, how's this cigar? What are you doing over there, man? I thought you retired from network marketing. He said, I did. But what the products has done for me, I had to vet the company. I had to look behind it, and I had to get involved because of what the product's done for me. Well, I told him I vetted the company, and that's how I found him. And I want to do something with this company, with him and we've never worked together. We've always been competitors in different companies. Him with his main company he was with, and even before when he was in network marketing, we were still a competitor. Well, anyway, long story short, I'll let Robert introduce himself with a short video that I'll play. Okay. And so you can see it too.
All right. Hello and welcome to tonight's Zoom. Robert Faison here in Arkansas. And we're going to keep this one short tonight. We do have a corporate Zoom coming up right after this. So a quick story on myself. I've been in network marketing for, over 30 years now. And I was not interested in doing another one. The last one I was in went out of business after 25 years, but I had made many, many millions of dollars, so I didn't need any more money. Wasn't interested in working. My health had not been good for many, many years. I've got psoriatic arthritis and just my joint pain, carpal tunnel in my fingers and my wrists, my knees, my ankles, all that hurt all the time, 24/7. And a friend said, well, at least try the product. And the product's a coffee product. We also now have a tea as well, if you like green tea better than coffee. But the coffee's delicious, and I tried it. I noticed a little something the first day, seemed like energy was better. I slept better that night. The next day, I realized all my joint pain was gone. And that was a shock because I haven't had a day without joint pain far back as I can remember. And now 90 days later, it's still gone. So I call it magic coffee. I don't know which ingredient in there or if it's just the combination of them that causes that, but I've got tons of stories of my customers with the same results. And that's what tonight's calls for, is just to let you hear from a few folks and let them share their results. And let's keep them short tonight because we got about 6 or 7 we want to get on here in a short period of time. So why don't we start?
Well, that's what Robert does. He does his Zoom every night at 7 o'clock. After meeting with Robert, I said, hey, look, I want to do something in network marketing. Probably you and I haven't seen done. 2 legends in the industry, 2 masters hooking up, helping their people build some of the largest, biggest power legs with a ground floor opportunity that's ever been done. And let's make that happen. He said, that's interesting. Let's do it. And so I joined on March 6th. Got my product ordered. I hadn't even used the product yet. Okay. I just go by what I read and research because, same product doesn't work on everybody. And I know that I'm looking at business opportunity. So that's what I'm concerned about. Most time products don't ever work with me. But anyway, I became a member. I sponsored my first 2 people on March the 7th. And one of the things I asked Robert in our conversation is, man, this is the biggest paying comp plan I've ever seen in my life. All this upfront money, all this infinity bonus money, all this then they add binary money to it. Then they add binary match compensation to it. Yeah. And he said, yeah, I know. I'm blown away to it, Bob. I mean, I've been doing this now not quite 4 months. I'm making more money than I've ever made in any network marketing company in just a short period of time. in building it. And I can say now myself, after being involved now uh, almost 3 weeks, uh, I've never made this kind of money so soon, so quick with network marketing ever. It's because of this comp plan. Well, when you join, you'll get see mine. You'll get a website like me. That's your share link, and you can send it to people, and they can just join, and they can join free. But free isn't going to make you any money, but they can. And you got to have free to be a legitimate network marketing company without having a bunch of regulatory scrutiny. So what I will do is I'm not going to go through the details and depths of the comp plan, but I will share with you the basics of the comp plan. And of course, you can join free and you can earn your way into it and get your products free and then work your way up the compensation plan and earn extra money. We get an extra customer. So if you like to travel and you're going to do that, I still encourage you to take a position and get here and buy your little product every month. You will not regret this. And that will cost you $49 one time to get your registration fee. And then you just order whatever little product that you want. Get positioned, get in here, become part of it, learn about it, treat it as your product company if you're doing the travel as your main company. Okay? There's you go. Now, if you're doing like me and looking at this as this is my main focus, this is my way that I'm going to be building a business and growing a business, then you'll want to come in right here at the lowest level of $299. So you don't let a whole bunch of money go past you. The next best way is to $699. You get product. It's a one-time purchase. You don't do this every month. It's just one time. And you get Ruby qualified. And what does that mean? I'll share with you in a second. What's that mean? You're going to be able to make a lot more money instead of ranking up and losing all that money as you're building and growing. Now, the best way is come in as an emerald because it gets you second coded bonus. It gets you power coded. Okay. That's what I want you to do is get power coded. Okay. At $12.99. Okay. Where you put in a business. Well, like I said, where else can you start a business for under $1,500, pay $150 a month getting your product or service or whatever, and build a huge income? Well, network marketing. So what do you have to do every month? Well, your minimum is you need 100 CV if you're building and working this business to get your maximum pay. So that's the 129 every month. Okay. So with that said, let's look at why it's important and the different ways you make income. There's 8 different ways to make income, but I'm going to just show them to you. First is customer. Anytime anybody buys anything, you make what is called a customer commission. Okay. And it's really kind of like first order bonus. Somebody buys that single bag, you'll make $10. Somebody buys the double bag, you'll make $20. Doesn't matter how you come in, that's what you're going to make. Okay. If somebody comes in and you sponsor them, they get that 5X pack, you'll make $100. If they get I'm talking about $30. If you get the 12X pack, you get 100. They get the 24X, you get 200. So you get money right off the bat. Okay. So give you an example. Here you are, you're active. That means you're buying that 2-bag product. Okay. So if somebody comes in and starts with 12X, you'll get $100. Another person comes in, you get $100. Somebody comes in with a 24X pack, well, you get 200. Well, you've already made $400. That's pretty cool. Okay, so you start earning your money back quick with first starter bonus. Also, if you come in at 300 and the least that you have is 300 out of first people you enroll, you'll be 333 qualified. So what does that mean? Well, you get the first starter bonus, but when your people enroll somebody, they get the first starter bonus. And if you're 333 qualified, guess what? You'll get $30 when they order the 5X pack. You'll get $30 when they order the 12X pack. You'll get 30. In other words, you get $30 anytime they buy anything from 5X up. Extra. You didn't make the sale. Your person made the sale to somebody. Oh, that's what that infinity bonus means. okay, and getting qualified for it. But the best place to get qualified is what we call 777. Well, that's at $699, starting at a ruby instead of starting here. And what's the difference? Well, let's say somebody comes in and buys that 12X pack. If you're only 3-3 qualified, 333, you only make $30. But if you're 777, that means your customer sold that pack to them, not you. You'll make $100. They make 100, you make 100. Your customer sold them, your person you enrolled a new person. Well, your person makes 200, but you'll get 150 because you're 7-7 qualified. If you're just 3-3 qualified, do you see how you're missing out on a lot of money as you're building if you're not coded? Okay, if you're not 777 coded. But here's the big key. You not only want to be 7-7 coded, this is why I tell people they want to be 12 coded. And here's why. But before we go there, let's look at how you get your money back pretty quick. Okay. Assuming you enroll all 12X packs. Okay. You enroll 3, you're going to get $300. Your next 3 people you enroll is going to start your infinity team. This is your foundation team. This is your infinity team. Why do you want an infinity team? Because you get to be earning money to infinity on what your people are sponsoring other people, and their people sponsoring their people, and their people sponsoring their people. And I'll explain that in a second. But let's just say getting it started, what do you get? Well, you get $100 per pack here. That's $300. On the next 3, they're buying the same thing, but you're in the infinity. You get 200, but that's $300, $600. That's $900. Well, you only paid $699 for that 12 bucks. You got all your money back in profit. Whoa, but that's not counting any infinity bonuses that you can make, the $30 to $150 that we just said. So I know it might be a little confusing, but don't worry about it. You'll understand it as you get paid. That's what I did. And this is why the 12, 12, 12. Starting at that $12.99, you get 12, 12, 12. And it's shown right here. See, let's just look at the 12X. If you're 333 qualified only, you start at $299, you can only get $30. Okay. Now this is not you making a sale. This is your people making a sale that you sponsor. Okay. And if they sold that 12X pack, they're the ones getting the first order bonus. And you get the 30 if you're only 330. If you're only 777, you get 100. But if you're 12, 12, 12, you get the 100 plus 50. You get the second code, which is 50% of the 777. Whoa, that's 150. Well, if they've come in at the 24X, like we're recommending, that everybody come in that way within the first 30 days. If you can't start that way, rank up, make an additional order until you order a total of 24X. Okay. At where you get 150 plus 75, 225 instead of just 150. So there's the big difference right there. Now, this is all front end. I hadn't even talked about other income that you get. And so basically, there's a qualification volume that you have to have. Okay. And if you're buying this, this is the volume that you get. If you're buying this, this is the volume you get. This is the qualification volume. Okay. So if you're buying a 5X, then the qualification volume is 300. Notice they round up is what they do. Okay. So that's just to understand what that term means. Okay. And what the binary means, terms. So it's just kind of definitions of terms. So here's how you can start and you rank up. Okay. So you build your big team over here. And this big team is that binary is building automatically in the front end. But when you sponsor your 4th person, that starts your binary team. That starts your small team. It's small only because you're just beginning it. But it starts a binary income, another source of income. And so as that duplicates, then that's going to bring volume up. You already got big bank volume here. And so you're going to get, it's going to cycle and you get an extra check. But if you're just a bronze, your weekly cap is $20. If you're just a silver, you're just 30. This is ranking yourself up. But if you start at 299, that's at platinum. Hey, you start at 300 cap. Where you're building up, you won't even cap yourself in the beginning, but soon you're going to cap. So at ruby, you're at 600, double that. So that gives you a lot of room to grow and you don't miss much or anything. But if you go over your cap, you're losing income. But at emerald, I did not go over my cap as I was building. That's a great thing, but I got right at it, so I needed to rank up to sapphire, which I did this past week, and so now I can get up to 2,000. Hey, 2,000 extra a week in just the binary is good money. Well, that's not counting all that front end money. Okay, you'll see what I'm talking. But look, you can go up to $50,000 a week in that binary. That's very important. 50,000 a week, because when you hit that binary and you sponsored that fourth person, you also became binary check match qualified. Now, that if you're Ruby, that's that $6.99 pack, where you already can get a 10% match on anybody you personally sponsor. When they earn in a binary check, the company will pay you 10% of their check. Whatever they made, the company, they don't take it out of their paycheck. This is over and above that the company's going to pay you. If you start at Emerald, you get to go down 2 levels. There's twice as many people there, more, or even more than that. And then when they're earning a check, if they're earning a $1,000 check and you get 10% of each one of them, that'd be $100. And you got 10 of them there on that level earning that. Hey, that's $1,000 extra with the binary check match. That's not counting what you earn in the binary. But here's where I tell you this is the big money, because as you rank up, like I went sapphire, they gave me an increase here and a third level now. And as you rank up to crown diamond, look at that, go 7 levels deep, and you get 20%, 15%, 10%. Unbelievable. This is where the big money is long term. That's why in product consumption businesses, they keep making those sustained long term checks. Now, this is that personal qualifying volume. 700 to be a ruby, that's the 699. 1299 to be an emerald, that's 1200. And the sapphire is 5,000. But this is the neat part about this business. To qualify with your monthly purchase, you just need 100 in volume for all your levels above silver. Below that, you just need 50, the one product order. Okay, one back. Here on up, you need the 2 product back. And that doesn't matter what rank you are. That goes all the way to crown diamond. Okay, all the way to the top rank, triple crown diamond. Okay. And when I look at that and I see, gee whiz, triple crown diamond, just with this tree volume, you can make 750,000 on the enroller tree volume leg. And then on the left right binary leg, you can make 1,500,000. That's $225,000. $2,225,000. Wow. But that's not looking at all those bonuses and all that front end money. A person here is going to make $10 million a month in this business. They hadn't even been sponsored. This company is only 4 months old. This is the plan that I wanted you. There's more money. There's a car bonus that's laying you up over and above based on your rank. And you can use it or put it in the bank. You can use it to lease a car, buy a car, but you don't have to. You can put it in the bank, pay bills, or you can go on great trips with it. But that is the comp plan. But just remember, just get started, get placed, become a member of this company, and at least buy you some product every month. And have you become a product of the product? Now, I did. I have a story for the first time. I truly have a story because I was going to really test this company because I'm 79, I'll be 80 this year. I've had for 15 years aging arthritis. I didn't have the kind of arthritis that Robert has. Mine is just age. You know, my joints are drying up, no hyaluronic acid production. And, you know, it just, as I was opening up every morning, it got hard. I don't know if anybody has ever felt that, but that it's hard to open them up for the first time. It's like your joints are scratching against each other and making noise. And well, anyway, I stopped taking those 4-horse pills that I took every day. You know, the MSM, the glucosamine, the Condordan, the fish oil, the hyaluronic acid. Actually, 5 of them, but only 4 of them are horse pills. The other ones just kind of regular capsule. uh, and so I stopped taking those about 4 days before the product arrived because I was giving this a good test to see if it had any effect on me. Our first day, my wife and I, we drank our first cup of Agara Cafe, and we both felt a little pep and energy. I mean, it just snapped us up. It was really cool. The second day, I mean, we really felt, you know, more energetic, and our mood, my mood, was really changing, very positive. And but I noticed my knuckles and hands weren't as painful. I just noticed. Third day, wow, I didn't have as much, and I had more mobility and not quite as much pain. The fourth day, my pain's gone. I can open up my hands. My shoulder pain I noticed was gone. I'm an old football player. My football knees, they didn't hurt me anymore. Man, and I feel 20 years younger. And I'm so positive I can't I'm jumping out of my skin. Uh, well, it's probably excitement over this business and the opportunity for everyone. I've never seen an opportunity so great as we have right here. I hope you see what we see. I hope you become part of one of the companies at the minimum. I hope you build one. I hope you become part of both of them and choose one to build. Remember, you cannot build but one. And I chose the product company. I chose Agar. So I'm just letting everybody know where I lie and where my focus is and where I'm going to put my attention to help people grow and build and earn and develop time, freedom, wealth is with Agara. Thank you so much. Get back with the person that sent you here and tell them, send me the link, send me the link. Tell them which one you really have more of a proclivity to, which one excites you more to do. And that'd be the one you need to maybe get a little bit more information. Maybe not. You're just ready to pull the trigger and do it with it. But thank you for your time and attention.